Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. So I'm recording this onto my new M3 drive, which isn't a permanent thing. I just want to check it works before reinstalling Windows and stuff. Hopefully I can just clone the disk rather than reinstall Windows, but we don't know yet. No, it looked like he was stuck there. Oh no.
Trying to look too competent. It's embarrassing.
Well, that wasn't suspicious at all, was it? The Avars. We've read about the Avars before. Are they a barbarian tribe? Something like that.
I shall do it. Very well. As you say. Sometimes it shall be done. I shall not be defeated.
Maybe my save is better than Alistair's power.
So everyone is within the chantry. How lovely for them.
Yeah, the windows do look light.
It shall be done.
We are blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her... Ah, welcome. I heard we had a visitor wandering about the village. I trust you've enjoyed your time in Haven so far?
Well, no, not really, no. No, you people aren't very welcoming.
What sort of welcome do you expect when you break into our homes and kill one of us? You see, this is why we do not like visitors. They are not like us. They will do us harm if we let them.
What have you done to Brother Genitivi?
We don't owe you any explanations for our actions. We have a sacred duty. Failure to protect her would be a greater sin. All will be forgiven.
Eric? That's not a very menacing name. Well, he didn't seem that tough, even though he's yelling.
Quickly, we must fight! I shall do. Brilliant! It's too much. I'm sorry.
A very large bronze disc bearing the symbol of Andraste.
shall be done.
More corpses. That's him.
Who are you? They've sent you to finish it.
Brother Genitivi.
You're not one of them, thank the Maker.
I read your notes back in Denerim.
So it seems. They take great pains to keep it well hidden. The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot.
Here are some bandages, they'll help.
Thank you. That feels much better. I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain.
How do you know?
My research led me to Haven, and I have heard the villagers talking. I know the urn is here. Haven lies in the shadow of the mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what the key is. Iric wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it.
This medallion?
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside and I will show you.
And you could just tell me. Can you answer some questions for me first?
All right. What is on your mind?
Do you know about the knights who were sent to look for you?
Yes, of course. How could I forget? Iric said they were ambushed, some killed, a few brought back to Haven to be questioned. He was so self-righteous about it, so smug. He seemed pleased that he had tortured and murdered these men.
Isolde sent the knights to find you when the owl fell ill.
I see. She must have been desperate. She couldn't have known she was sending them to their deaths. Let's just talk about something else now, shall we?
No, she doesn't know shit. She's pretty ignorant, to be honest. But going back to Haven, it's a little odd, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be.
Why does Haven have revered fathers?
I do not know. When the Chantry was established, it was decided that only female priests would ever be ordained. It is possible that the villagers, the disciples of Andraste, predate the Chantry and so have no knowledge of the Chantry's rules.
What do you know about Haven and its people?
They call themselves the disciples of Andraste, and they are very, very devoted. One could say fanatically so. They must be here to protect the urn, but they speak of Andraste as though she were still alive.
Is that possible?
I'm old enough to know that anything is possible, child. Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
What were the villagers doing with you in here?
They seemed intent on finding out personal information about me, where I grew up, things like that.
Did you know they were planning to place a fake Genitivi in Denerim?
How do you know?
Yeah, I'll tell him. There was an imposter Wayland at your house.
An imposter? What happened to the real Wayland?
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's dead.
Oh, poor Wayland. I should never have dragged you into this. Make us take you into his hands, my boy.
Wayland died protecting your research. Not from me. No, that makes it sound like it's from me. It wasn't. I'm sorry, Brother Genitivi.
He believed in me, even when I lost faith in myself. I will honor his memory. Was there something else you wanted to say?
Well, if we're going to steal the ashes of Andraste, we could stick his ashes in the thing, couldn't we?
All right. What is on your mind?
Do you think the ashes will cure our laymen?
I certainly hope the ashes will save him. The legends speak of their miraculous powers. There are many stories of pilgrims being healed, the blind seeing, and the lame dancing in joy. Perhaps it is Andraste that does this. Perhaps it is belief itself. By believing the ashes are magical, you make them so.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I mean, the placebo effect is enormous. I don't know how well he is, if he'll be able to appreciate that or not. Plus, he's already kind of recovering from the poison, so placebo can't hurt. Yeah, it's absolutely possible.
Anyway, that can be discussed once we actually have the ashes, and the Arl is better.
Oh, that's enough chat, I think.
So run along and get that medallion then.
I've already got the medallion. This is the medallion.
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside and I will show you.
No, why don't you just tell me how to open the door?
This has been my life's work. To have come this far, only to have to turn back. I couldn't bear it.
You cannot deny him this. We would never have found this place without him.
Yeah, but he might die anyway. Look, I'm trying to keep the guy alive.
I know you have his welfare at heart, but you can't dash his hopes like this. I will look after him myself. Will that satisfy you?
Fine, whatever.
Oh, thank you, my dear. You certainly know how to warm an old man's heart.
It is my pleasure, Brother Genitivi. Shall we get going?
God damn it, he better not die on the way. If he does, then you're out the party, honestly. Let's leave.
Ah, good. Help me up here. I'll try not to slow us down.
Oh, I kind of thought it'd be an escort quest. Didn't realise we were just leaving the village. Hope I can go back again. That was me, by the way.
Here we are. Give me the medallion, and let's see if I remember. Yes, you see, it can be manipulated, just like this. And there. A key to open the way.
Well, it'd be nice if I could see shit. Now what?
Now, where does this go? Oh, what I would give to have seen this hall in all its splendor, as it was meant to be. Still, sweep away the ice and the snow, and traces of beauty remain.
You notice there's a fire in the middle of the room. That means there's people here. You need to stay alert, brother.
I'm sorry, what? I was a little distracted, I apologize. These carvings were created just after Andraste's death, and they may reveal things about her life that we do not yet know. I think I need more time to study these statues and carvings.
Fine, do it tomorrow. I'm not going to wait for you, though.
I could not keep up with you with my injuries. I should be safe. I don't think there are any villagers here. Go, I will be all right. Perhaps my destiny was only to lead you to the Anne.
Then who lit the fire if there's no one here? And the torches? You're going to get yourself killed. Is there anything else I need to know about the temple?
It was designed to protect the Anne from those who would steal it or do harm to it, namely the Tevinter Imperium.
Oh, this is a pretty old dungeon then. What sort of dangers are we talking about?
I'm not sure. The legends were never very specific on that point. Only the faithful shall lay eyes on the sacred ashes. Death and misfortune await the unbeliever. The Maker's gaze has fallen on Andraste's final resting place. He weeps for his beloved, and his wrath at her betrayers endures.
Oh, well, we better hope it is a lie then, because I have kind of been slating the Maker to everyone that'll listen. I mean, I can't turn back now, Because if I start believing in the Maker, then I'm just going to get fucked anyway. So no, the Maker can't be true. Your legends are nothing but a load of superstitions.
Read between the lines, however, and you'll understand that it is merely a simple truth draped in hyperbole and metaphor. After all, no one wants to hear Willie toiled for many a year to perfect the curious mechanisms that would send a sharpened spike up the arse of the unwary intruder.
Yeah, that's probably true. I'm looking out for traps then.
I think my decision to stay here was the best one, don't you?
No. No, because there's someone else in here to light the torches and the fire. Try not to get in trouble.
I'll be right here if you need me. You're back. Have you reached the urn?
What the fuck? No, I haven't fucking gone anywhere yet. Alright, that's the way in. Part of me thinks I should leave someone here with him. He probably has quite a lot of knowledge, and he's just going to get killed. It might be best sending
Here I am.
Leliana first. How old is this then? A sealed letter. Doesn't tell me. You asked, so I'm telling. Don't go. The stories talk of the riches, but never the names, never where they supposedly spent their wealth. I heard the same tales as a lad in Denerim, felt the same pull. But it's a lie, son. They may paint a trail, but once you're on it, does it lead to the beast or back to you? Unsigned letter, father to son. Don't know how that helps me. Yeah. I can't say I'm all that surprised.
I am your dad.
Well, I don't think that works particularly.
Hit them well!
Right. Off I go.
Cleanse area is rubbish, isn't it? A long stick used to light candles. Gift to win and just some generic loot. I better go and tell Brother Genitivi about that, actually.
You're back. Have you reached the urn?
No, but I wanted to tell you something. There are people in there making things difficult.
I am glad to see you are safe. Are there many of them?
Yes. I think you should return to Denerim just in case.
You may be right. I got the chance to look at this hall, and that will satisfy me for now. If you find the urn, you will return to Denerim to tell me about it, won't you? I would dearly love to hear about it. Make a smile fortune on you, young one.
Good, because otherwise he was going to get whacked, wasn't he? There are as many traps as I was expecting. I don't even know how to lockpick. Oh, can't unlock, fair enough.
More books. We should burn a few to warm ourselves up, I should think.
It is begun.
Ancient encrypted scrolls. They're so old they've grown almost transparent. They're covered in strange, seemingly meaningless characters. That seems unlikely.
Allow me.
It shall
I
be
can
done.
do that for you.
It is begun.
I think you can probably start getting decks now. You've got your armour. Is that it for this wing? It's a big temple, but there's nothing here. I mean, there's even a little blob on the map. What does that say? Southeast Chambers, but there isn't out here.
As you say.
Right.
We do battle. Don't give them the advantage. As you say. I shall do it.
Wasn't expecting more of them. Well, that was terrible. Yeah, I didn't deserve that, actually. The Fallen Knight. Oh. Didn't really tell me anything. There's loads of shit here. Okay, right, you two guard the door, you two stay here. In fact, I can probably blast that here. Make everyone stay still. No, don't go in, Alistair. Ah, I think that's our first trap. Lovely. Oh.
As you say. Another battle. It shall be done. It is begun.
looks like a barracks, doesn't it? Wonder if they all piled in here
It is
when I came
begun.
to the village, or if they spend most of their lives in here.
I shall do it.
Hey, freeze. Where are you two going anyway? Yeah, to get friends by the looks of it. Alistair, I think you're getting a little bit overconfident there.
It is begun.
Oh, I'm all the way back there. Why am I all the way back there? Right, everyone regroup.
On my way.
Tell you what, there are an awful lot of them. Gonna hit something. Oh, I'm frozen. I don't have enough for a group heal.
As you say.
Man, I'm getting fucked.
It is begun.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
At your service.
No, go away.
It shall be done. I shall do it. As you say.
There we go. Southeast chamber key. Black pearl. Don't really know what the black pearl is. I don't know if that's a plot item or a gift or just loot. I think that is forward up the mountain. I think I'll go into the southeast chamber first. Oh. Right. More. Ah, it's just a tough man. He can take it. Well, you can't do it. That's my trick. No. I'm dead. I'm dead. Loads of me are dead. What's that? That's shit.
So be it.
The only good thing is I've only just saved.
Wipe them out!
rubbish. Oh, is it? I've only just killed the Bronco. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, let's have another go. Incidentally, it took me like 3 or 4 goes this time to get through that last batch of cultists. I don't know why it was so much harder this time round, but it was. I genuinely have no idea why. Half the problem is that everyone just does whatever the fuck they want, even if you give them a command. If they've got their AI on, they just ignore it anyway.
It has begun. Would see we are not alone. It shall be done.
Like, look, why? Why has she given up? I'll give you an order.
I never liked this part.
It shall be done.
Oh, so this is the key to where I expected to go anyway.
I could do that for you. Allow me. I
It
could
is
do
begun.
that for you.
It is begun.
Right, I don't know how long this video has been, but I think it's a good place to stop, especially as I've not recorded on this before. Hopefully it's all working. We'll find out next time. Come back for the next part of Dragon Age Origins. The Bronto. There's only 2 things a noble will step aside for: paragons and angry Brontos. Dwarven saying. This hulking beast was originally bred by the Dwarven Shaperer as a beast of burden and food source, the rough equivalent to surface oxen and cows. Some versions of Bronto have even been developed as Dwarven mounts, valued far more for their sure-footedness and stamina than for their speed. While present within Orzammar in large numbers, some Brontos still exist in packs within the Deep Roads, having returned to a wild state after the fall of the Dwarven kingdoms. They require remarkably little sustenance, consuming organic material from water, fungus, and even rocks, hence the rock liquor appellation used by many dwarves to describe Bronto, and exist in primarily dormant states until provoked. An angry charging Bronto is considered to be a rather dangerous opponent. Andraste, Bride of the Maker. There was once a tiny fishing village on the Waking Sea that was set upon by the Tevinter Imperium, which enslaved the villagers to be sold in the markets of Minrathos, leaving behind only the old and the infirm. One of the captives was the child Andraste. She was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped, then made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. She rose from nothing to be the wife of an Alamari warlord. Each day she sang to the gods, asking them to help her people who remained slaves in Tevinter. The false gods of the mountains and the winds did not answer her, but the true God did. The Maker spoke. He showed her all the works of his hands, the Fade, the world, and all the creatures therein. He showed her how men had forgotten him, lavishing devotion upon mute idols and demons, and how he had left them to their fate. But a voice had reached him, and so captivated him that he offered her a place at his side, that she might rule all of creation. But Andraste would not forsake her people. She begged the Maker to return, to save his children from the cruelty of the Imperium. Reluctantly, the Maker agreed to give man another chance. Andraste went back to her husband, Mafarath, and told him all that the Maker had revealed to her. Together they rallied the Alamari and marched forth against the mage lords of the Imperium, and the Maker was with them. The Maker's sword was creation itself, fire and flood, famine and earthquake. Everywhere they went, Andraste sang to the people of the Maker, and they heard her. The ranks of Andraste's followers grew until they were a vast tide washing over the Imperium. And when Mafarath saw that the people loved Andraste and not him, a worm grew within his heart, gnawing upon it. At last, the armies of Andraste and Mafarath stood before the very gates of Minrathos, but Andraste was not with them. For Mafarath had schemed in secret to hand Andraste over to the Tevinter. For this, the Archon would give Mafarath all the lands to the south of the Waking Sea. And so, before all the armies of the Alamari and of Tevinter, Andraste was tied to a stake and burned, while her earthly husband turned his armies aside and did nothing, for his heart had been devoured. But as he watched the pyre, the Archon softened. He took pity on Andraste, and drew his sword, and granted her the mercy of a quick death. The Maker wept for his beloved, cursed Mafarath, cursed mankind for their betrayal, and turned once again from creation, taking only Andraste with him. And Our Lady still sits at his side, where she still urges him to take pity on his children. From the Sermons of Justinia II.